apologize, Sarah. I was 10 minutes late signing on, so I don't know if you addressed this question in that first 10 minutes of this video, but I sent in a question for today.
Yes, you did. Yes.
I thought I
Yeah.
did. I apologize for the abruptness of it. I was doing it on my iPad, and I guess an errant finger hit the submit button before I was finished. So I don't think there
Don't
was
worry
a
about
question in there.
Okay, so in the free digitizing class, so you digitize a small curve pattern. Which software are you using?
Version 9.
Okay. So you digitize a small curve pattern, run around the square, then try to mirror the image to the curve to make the circles. Mirror image digitize itself above the line as well.
Yeah. And I tried it half a dozen times, but then I recalled when I was taking the master class a couple of years ago, I had an issue with the software where it just wouldn't do what you were asking us to do. And so I tried again the next day and it worked like a charm. So I was wondering if this was what was going on with these mirror image curves of mine. They were both digitizing above the line on the square and on the circle. So I left it, came back the next day, and it still wouldn't work. And I guess my question is, have you run into any issues with individual people's software where they just don't do what yours does?
Yes. So, fun fact, Elle and I were pulling our hair out last week, just prior to launching Mel's Tangle Club, because we were working in the Banina software. We both had version 9, and I set up all of the fills for all of the motifs, and there's lots of them, right? There's over 100 of them, 100 different samples. I got them beautifully aligned, exactly the way I wanted it to be. And Elle's task was to go in and write down all of the measurements for the height and the width and the spacing and all of that, right? And we had it done in Hatch 2. We actually did the Banina files and Hatch files from scratch in both pieces of software because I wanted to make absolutely sure that we had native files in both formats, right? Mm-hmm. So she also has Hatch version 3. So I said, open up the Hatch file. Well, she had the Hatch file open and she had the Banina file open and she was making sure that they were consistent. And everything was fine when I'd done my bit. She opened up and all of the Banina fills were out of whack. They didn't match the Hatch version. And so she texted me and she's like, these don't match, I'm fixing it. So she went through and fixed it all in the Banina software. Fortunately, I had gone through and multi-formatted everything and put it into our production folder because when I looked at what Elle had done, everything was in a messed up state, right? I'm like, what in the world is happening here? So it turns out that I installed my Banina from the USB stick that came, and I'm looking around because I usually have the stick actually sitting here on my desk. Yeah. I installed from the disk, from the USB stick that came with the version 9 update.
Right.
She installed by downloading the free version that is on the Banina website, and then using our.
Is this the most recent update? Is this the most recent update you're talking about?
Well, what it turned out, so we started looking at which version she had and which version I had. So I had a more recent version than she had, but she was not able to do an update. So what we wound up doing was, I have the contents of the USB installation disk in our Dropbox. So I had her wipe off, do a complete uninstall on her Banina software and reinstall from the copy of the USB stick in the Dropbox. And that had her and I both on the exact same version of the software.
Wow, because I took that masterclass like 2 years ago, and it happened one time during that. And then again, just last week, I was away for the actual Zoom, so I was doing it from the recording. And then the second time it happened. So yeah,
So are you in, do you have Banana on the computer that you're currently Zooming from?
yes.
Which version are you using? Do you know how to find that out?
You mean the there's
Which,
more information than version 9?
yes. So
Okay,
let
so
me show you. I'm
okay,
going to share my screen. You open up your Banana software. I'm gonna have a quick drink
okay.
here. So even if you don't have a design open, you can go to the help menu and go to about.
Okay, sorry. Okay, here we go. Where's mine now? Okay, get mine up here. Go to the help screen. Yep.
Help and about, and
Got
it
it.
should pop up for
Yeah,
you.
got it. Mm-hmm.
So down here, you'll see, so I have version 9.2.4 released on the 20th of June, 2024.
That's exactly what I have.
Okay. So, okay. So let's, if you do on your computer exactly what I'm doing on my computer, right?
Hold on, I
And
have
then
to find you. I have to minimize this somehow. Um,
go press the escape key.
yeah,
That might.
no. Okay, here we go. All right, let's move it over here. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch back and forth. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to do an open object.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give myself a guideline. I'm not going to be overly precise about this, but that's cool. So left click, hold down the control key to force a 45-degree angle, right click, still holding the control key down, come back down to that line to force a 45-degree angle, left click, enter. So that gives you the simple motif that we were playing with during class. I like to have it some color other than black so that you can actually see the stitches. And now, are you there?
Yeah, I'm trying to be. It's a bit hard because I have to switch back and forth. I wonder if I can bring you up on my iPad.
Well, let's, okay, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to make it so that you can share your screen and then I can see exactly what's happening with what you're doing. So, do you know how to share your screen?
No, but you can tell me.
So if on the main Zoom window down at the bottom, there should be a green share button.
Yes, got it. Okay.
So click that.
Okay.
And then you should the first option should be entire screen and screen 1, and that should already be selected by default. So down at the bottom, there's a blue button that says share.
I think it popped up, my software popped up, so I think I can just click on that. Share. Yes, you see my window?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so open object, you're going to do a left click, give yourself a guideline just so that you've got a baseline, and hide the hoop.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, actually, that's not what I meant by guideline. So select Control A and delete.
Okay, sorry.
Control A and delete. Exit, escape.
Yep. Okay. All right, what do you want me to do?
So over on the left-hand side, click on the ruler.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
And that will give you a guideline. There you go. Okay, so now left click on the guideline anywhere. Hold down the control key.
Mm-hmm.
Go up. No, and we want to do with you want a 45-degree angle, but you want a short line here because you're actually zoomed in really light. Okay, so go over to the right. You want a 45-degree angle. Keep going some more. Okay, now go back a bit. There. Now you're at 30 degrees. Go up.
Where is it saying that?
You're using your knowledge of what a 45-degree angle looks like. Okay, right click. Okay, not to worry. Okay, now go down to the guideline. Over to the right. Move your cursor over to the right. We're making this little arc.
I don't understand what you're trying to get me to do here.
All I want you to do, I'm going to share my screen. She will take over your screen. I just want you to create this little arc that we were playing with the other day.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right? So click on your guideline, control, and you can see a 45-degree angle, right?
Where does it say that?
It doesn't say it.
Okay.
You just,
Okay.
90 degrees,
Okay.
90 degrees is a right angle. 45 degrees is halfway,
Okay.
right? So left click, right click, and then left click back on the line again.
Okay.
Hit enter. Okay. Then what I want you to do, I'm going to change the color of that. Then you're going to go settings, create pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that you already have.
I have them all. I've got the curve, the triple, the stem, the mirrors. I've got them all.
Okay, but you have a pattern set that you've created to put everything in, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to put them in Sarah test pattern set, and I'm going to call it TW curve, Teresa's curve,
Okay.
and click on OK. So then I'm going to click on the left-hand side. I'm going to hold control down and I'm going to click on the right-hand side, and it's created that pattern set for me. Right? That pattern. So if we create a square, doesn't really matter what, and we're going to apply the pattern run to it. And it's automatically selecting this. That's not necessarily always going to be the case, but it just so happened to create select the curve that we've just created. I'm going to make it a 1/2 inch and we'll apply.
Yeah.
And in order to get ourselves some nice numbers, we'll that it's interesting when you resize something, it doesn't necessarily resize the motifs.
And that's
we'll
basically
do that. Okay.
Yeah. That's
So
basically
this
what I
is
got.
going around the outside, right?
Yeah.
So if I do a circle and we apply the pattern run, and this is the same pattern run. It's applying it around the inside. And you're saying that it's applying it around the outside for both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wonder.
So, and then when I tried to do the mirror images to make the circles like you did, they both went on the same orientation as the originals. So, I mean, I got funky shapes, but I couldn't get those circles.
And how, and you were creating your circles using the circle ellipse? Because if I do this to closed object, it's actually going to go around the outside edge.
Mhm.
I don't know why it would be doing differently for you. Can you create the motif exactly the same way that I just created it?
Mhm.
Create a square, create a circle, and send me an email with a screenshot of exactly what you've got.
Yeah, I will. Okay.
I don't know why it would be doing it differently. If you're using the exact same version of the
Yeah.
software, you would like to think it would do the same thing, right?
Hmm. And I tried it multiple times, and each time, like, I had it on, it came on the outside of the shapes. So that's fine. I'll do it again. And if I get the same response, I'll screenshot it and email it to you.
Okay. And if you do get the same, do you know how to make a little screen video? If you create yourself a Zoom meeting,
Okay.
or just start a Zoom meeting and then hit record to computer, then share your screen and create the curve, do the digitizing, make the square, make the circle,
Okay.
and then
I can
close the
video it.
meeting.
Okay.
And that will video it, and send me the video because I want to see what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. And we'll see if we can figure this out.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.